Alrighty. Let's talk about sadness. It happens all the time. Depression, suicidal thoughts. Suicidal thoughts are like those. It's just like it's there. And you're like, yeah, 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 yeah. And then you get through it, and then it goes away. And then it comes back, and then it goes away. It depending on how sad you are, is depending on how fast it comes back to you. Um, most people go through it. You're not by yourself ever. Pretty much everybody who is on this fucking planet goes through it. So it sucks. Okay, and then you got, the choices you made out of desperation, depression, where you're just like, well, I'm stuck in this situation because I was fucking desperate to survive, and now I'm in this fucking situation that I hate. You got that. Then you got, oh, I wish I was friends with my old friend who made me feel special, but no longer in that situation anymore, and life fucking blows. But life changed for the better. So, you got endless situations, and they're all different, and I don't pretend to be happy when I'm not. I just don't do that. It's stupid. Why the fuck would I fake it till I make it? That's retarded. I don't ever fake anything. If I'm pissed off and miserable, I'm pissed off and miserable, and everybody knows it. There's no reason to pretend that I'm happy when I'm not. And it's better that way. I'll get through it. I don't know. It's just a lot of things that people go through that they kind of just ignore all the time. Death is going to happen no matter what. So get over it. You're not going to stop it. It's just going to happen one day. And none of us know when that is. War, yeah, it happens all the time. Just because it's not at your front door does not mean it can't happen to you. There's people going through it all the time. But war happens more often than you think. Or no. It's just part of life. It's life and death and violence and murder. It's our basic fucking impulse and instincts. Besides sex, to procreate, which is why people are so horny all the time. Probably they're like, oh, it's like an autopilot animal instinct thing that you tend to ignore. Monogamous, yeah, people can be, yeah, absolutely. They make the fucking decision to be that way, but our species brain, our human animal brain, is wired to mate and reproduce our species. That's just what it is. But we are a creative being. We are human beings. We are creative. We are on this plane of existence of creativity, and that's what it is. I can love one person for the rest of my life if somebody would fucking stay and stop being a fucking pussy all the time about it and endure the fucking storm. There's so much shit going on all the time, even before all this other stuff happened. That's the way life fucking works. And you just fucking deal with it as it comes. It's just, oh god. But yeah, like the depression, the sadness, like the suicidal thoughts that people have, it's something you could always get through. You don't have to pull that trigger. You don't have to be sad forever. You don't have to be lonely forever. You just have to get through this stage in your life, and you fucking do it. You just do it. Otherwise, you're just standing there doing nothing, and everything's gonna fuck you. You just fucking get through it, get over it, move on. And it doesn't have to be at fucking breakneck speed like everyone fucking does all the goddamn time. It's at your own pace, but still do it. Doesn't matter what your fucking pace is. Doesn't matter if you're going to school or not, or making something of your life or not, according to someone else. Just fucking do stuff. Whatever makes you happy. That's the goal, just to be happy as much as you can. And you're not happy if you're in a bad relationship that you're cuckolding into. You're, God, that's the most miserable part about in this day and age is It's not like the 50s where everybody. I mean, actually, no, it is like the 50s. Everyone just fucking stays there like a fucking moron. Oh, well, you know, because we got married and blah, blah, blah. We've been married for 100 years and now we're just. No, and then you're miserable the whole time. You can be a lot happier by yourself. You could also be a lot more miserable by yourself. You know, there's a lot of things. A lot of fucking things that can happen. You know, there's things that you are that are that are make you that you hate about yourself all the time. That you don't like it. It doesn't matter how many people accept certain things of you. Oh, that's fine. That's you. You are who you are. It doesn't matter. If you don't feel like it, if you don't have your standards and you don't like it, that's all that you're gonna see. You know, it's just, or maybe it's not even something you hate about yourself. It's just something you wish wasn't there, but it is. You know, like sexuality. Some people are just, they don't like their sexuality. They just don't. Even if everybody accepts them for who they are, it doesn't matter. You have to accept yourself for who you are. Otherwise, you're not going to be happy about who you are. You know, that's the miserable part about it. It doesn't fucking matter how many friends. Oh, it's fine. Yeah, but you don't have to go home with me every day. That's the mentality. It doesn't matter how many people are okay with it, or your friends, or always help you. You have to be okay when you go home. You know, that's that's it. But it's, there's just so many fucking things. Balancing all these things on this planet, like just everything we're fucking given all the time. It's constantly information into our brains. It's always there. I don't claim to know all this stuff because I don't, and I don't give a shit if I do or not. You just fucking do it, no matter what the fuck it is. You know, it's just it's irritating. It is fucking irritating. There's some days I'm very feminine, and there's some days I'm masculine. I'm both 50-50, man. This is how I am. I've been that way my whole life. And it's, you just balance it all. You just fucking do it. I love being a man. As a man, I prefer that. You know, I don't wish to be anything other than I am. I don't. That's just me. Other people do. See, this is life. Life is just what it is. You know, like back in the day with, like, you know, the Romans and people butt fucking each other, all these guys in their gay sex parties. That's what they did. Because nobody judged them. There was no Christianity bullshit to tell them otherwise. There wasn't. There was no Christianity. There was no Jesus. There was no nothing. There's people butt fucking each other. And people dyking out, you know. And fucking whoever the fuck they wanted. Animals, whatever the fuck they're doing. Whatever weird shit that they're into. But nobody was recording it on fucking Facebook, so it didn't matter. And also, nobody cared back then. They didn't care. They're just like, okay, fuck. It's just horniness. And loneliness. All that shit. Whatever the fuck it is. You know, and then you got, you know, who cares, man? Like, just people are gonna be who they are, no matter what. They're gonna be how they feel all the time. And you can't police them every day. You can't go in each individual person on this planet and try to change their mind. This is not gonna happen. So, but also, now that I'm done ranting, I am working on my stuff. My movies, music, other shit. Video games is, I wish I could, like, I'm gonna get a few more games to play, but I gotta get other things ready for, the world is fucked, and I'm trying to get ready for something. I don't know what it is. It's been fucked for a while, but it's getting to the point of, like, the hilarious part in the Bible where everyone's like, dude, I told you, and everyone's just like, no. See, that's the problem. Like, I don't read the Bible at all. I never liked that thing. I don't read anything. But I am on this planet, and I hear people talk about things on this planet, and that's how you learn about perspectives and other things. But anyway, that'd be funny. I mean, the mass extinction, that'd be hilarious. I mean, not all. It doesn't mean everything dies. That's never what that means. It just means, like, you know, usually the top dogs of the planet get wiped out, you know. That's a conversation for another day. Another thing about, real quick about sex, is that, like, I hate that people, like, as soon as you're, like, someone comes out, oh, I'm gay, or, it's always sex. Like, it's always forceful, like, people that are, oh, I can fuck you now? And that's all they fucking think about, because they have no biological consequences to their actions if you are coming out as gay, you know. Like, oh, I can't get you pregnant, so we can fuck as many times as you want. And we can just, you know, do all this fun, like, life-escaping shit and get addicted to a feeling. And then once you get that stimulation from sex, you need it all the fucking time. And then you get this weird violent sex shit that's disgusting and stupid, and I fucking hate it. I've hated it since I've noticed it, and I've noticed it for many years, and I always talk about it because it's fucking annoying and gross and stupid. If you want to kill someone, do it. You know, go join the army. Go to fucking Ukraine and help them fight. If you want to kill someone that bad, but don't fucking take it out. Don't do that serial killer pre-cum bullshit with that sexual violence garbage. I'm sick of seeing it. I'm sick of it. I fucking hate it. And then anything, like, you know, I'm just saying, you know, and it's just annoying, you know. Like, people talk about sexuality, like, oh, do women want to be men? Maybe they fucking do. Maybe some of them lesbians do. Who gives a fuck? Oh, they want to get, you know, like, get their surgery so they can. Who cares what they're doing? Who fucking cares? I can hear it in their voice. The feminine and gay guy. Oh, I can hear it because that's how they are. Or the lesbians with the fucking Adam's apple protruding out to here. That's how they developed. That's it. They feel how they feel. They want to do this and that and this, that, and the fucking other. I don't care. I just don't. Do whatever the fuck you want. I love you no matter what in that regard. You know? That community is one of my favorite communities ever. I love listening to lesbians because I can relate to them. Like, not in the... But just, you know, the women, the adoring of women, how much they adore them. I relate to that. I love women. They're beautiful. And they're fantastic. And they're so caring and loving. I love that. Lesbians share that too. You know, they don't have the penis drive like men do, but they have the characteristic of caring for women. They understand. I mean, they have like this. They just have the feelings there. They're women too. Don't get me wrong, but they have a different mentality. That's it. They're still women at the end of the day. You know, they still have their menstrual cycles and all that jazz, even though they probably are just like, what do I need this for? But that's just biology. So what the fuck you can do about it? Nothing. My point is that we're on this planet, and we're gonna have to deal with what's coming and what comes all the time. So get fucking used to it. It's gonna be fucking brutal in the next few years. It is. You know, and it's so dumb that people like. I grew up in the 90s with VHSs, and I loved books and all that stuff. I actually have this book I've had since I was a kid, right here. I used to read it all the time. This book here. I had it when I was a kid, and I used to read it. It's about sex. It's the Kinsey's Institute report, new report on sex. And there's just a bunch of information in here. I love it. Yeah, when I was like in, you know, fourth, fifth grade, when I was, you know, getting up, like, I read this book. It's an old book. But yeah, it's just, right here they have different variations of genitals and all that stuff, and it's just teaching you like body image and self-esteem issues, like right here. I'll cover that up. You know, I learned from this book, and just from being on this planet, but also I love this book. I used to read it all the time, and it's just a real look at how people are. This is before all the, choking and strangling and murder sex happened. Serial killer, like the people that are born in like the mid 80s and early 90s, violent sex garbage. That we also probably learned from the people that were born in like say 1968 or that era. Like kind of just like, the porn stars that just took women for advantage of and just fucking tried to kill them because they secretly hate women or something. I don't know why. But yeah, this book is fantastic. I'm glad I have it still. I've had it for a long time. Yep, and then they have the internal female reproductive system. Like, there's everything in this book. I used to read it. It's really old. I've had it since I was a kid. So, let's see what. I don't have a year on here. Probably 94 or something. I don't know, something like that. But yeah, anyways, it's a good book. I'm glad I have it. When I have kids, they want to learn about this stuff, I'll show them this book probably and tell them whatever they want to hear. But yeah, I do want kids someday. That'd be great, but it's just not happening because I don't seduce people. I don't coerce people into loving me. They do or they don't. They fucking leave or they don't. I don't care. Whatever. Because that's not true love. Coercing somebody or lying to them or manipulating them into loving you is not love at all. It's stupid. And you're going to be miserable, both of you. So try not to do that. But yeah, like I said, this is just me ranting and being a grouch, being annoyed with certain things, but I'm getting happier. It's just, I just want to be at ease to an extent. Like I used to. There was a time in my life when I was at ease, and it was nice, but it just sucks. I mean, even when I was homeless, I was fine sometimes, but then I just got more violent and more chaotic. Kind of like how the world is right now, that you tend to ignore, even though it's like that all the time. This, like I said, everything happens all the time, whether you want it to or not, or whether you acknowledge it or not. It's gonna happen. So, but all right, I'm gonna get going. But I love you guys, and take care of yourselves. All right, bye.